Hey everyone, it's Chris Singer here. I'm just giving you guys an update and keeping you in the loop as to what's happening and also responding to a few questions that people might have. So far, the situation is our team, are working in full-time jobs at the moment, and that's the initial process of this whole thing was to go into Kickstarter to get the funds, and then once I got the funds, then I can start bringing the team on board to work full time, because that's how this project's going to actually work, is having full time members of a good core elite team, which I believe will be able to produce great results for what we are aiming to create. Uh, so I realised that you have these huge teams in AAA games development, and that's how they create these huge epic games, and they are hugely funded. Like I'm talking probably 20 or 40 times more than the amount that I'm actually asking for. Though I'm confident that we can create something amazing with what we will be. If we are granted this amount of money, we will create something that's really good, and we'll be able to pull everything back. It will work profitably, and it will be a great product to sell to the masses. So I'm confident in that. Okay, so what else is there? So at the moment, it is initially I'm running the show at the moment on the ground and organising everything until other things materialise, as in with funds and so forth. Right, I'll give you a little background on the story, because it seems a little vague in the video. I didn't want to spoil the story in a way for people. So it would be really nice to sort of have a game where you play out the story, and it will surprise you throughout. So, but I guess I have to reveal more of it, because it seems for some people it seems quite vague. So I'll explain a little bit more. So you are basically a lead character. The actual outline story is that you're this guy called Andy, who is like a veteran in the military, and he pilots this giant mech spaceship prototype sort of a vehicle, and basically trying to summarize is basically he is part of the human race, and there's an alien race that they encounter, and and I'm trying to convey the message that both races are the same, and we have similar likeness in both races, and that a huge war is created through misunderstanding between the two races, and then you have these epic battles and things like that happening, and it's an ongoing development of the character, and he starts discovering things about himself and about what's going on, and it's really like a massive adventure that you're a part of, and you are living it as that person. Obviously with the stretch goals, you don't have to be a guy, you can be a woman, and so forth, but we're talking really far in the future, if this goes ahead and gets actual funding. So amongst all this, there's an energy being that comes from outer space, and she gets embodied in human form, but she's not really human, the actual basis of the story is that it's essentially a love story between the two, and this girl falls in love with our protagonist, and then he falls in love with her, and they are on this adventure where people get captured and people have to escape, and it's sort of this exciting adventure that you go on. Sorry, I'm really bad at doing open speeches, but I'm trying my best here. Essentially, the message I'm trying to convey is that it's like a message of love they have to convey the message of love for the rest of the galaxy, and they have to do things in order to make that work in the story. The story, 100% of the story has been wrote down in a rough skeletal form, and 20% of the story has already been wrote previously. I've been suggested to create possible storyboards to give you guys an insight as to what's going on, but then it's a little bit of a balance, like how much do I show you guys, and then how much then would it actually be a secret, and then I'll have to show you some dedicated concept art as well. But again, it's with the funding, if we get the funding, then I can bring these people on board, and then we can start actually developing the story. So I've tried my best to sort of describe how I want it to feel, with giving similarities to what's already existing in the world today, to give you a rough idea as to what I'm going to be doing. But I'm 100% confident in this intellectual property. Being an artist and working in the industry for like over 10 years, I'm confident in my own work and ability. And when I have this gut feeling about something, that something's going to be good, then I know it's going to be good. It's hard to explain, but call it artist intuition. But anyway, that's where we're at the moment. And if you guys can share this video and pledge, will be most appreciated, and we will make this happen. So we can only do this with you guys and anyone else who wishes to be a part of this. We just need to get the word out there. Big thank you to you guys, and I'll keep you guys updated with what's going on. Alright, thanks a lot, and have a great weekend. Bye.